We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a team from the MAC, the Toledo Rockets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Rockets ready to put toe to leather and get this season. One away. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Kentucky's offense will get the first swing of the game. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame he can really utilize.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
Got it in the middle. It's Rodriguez. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They'll need 3 yards here on third down to keep this opening drive alive. It'll be a draw. Just buried it. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times, though.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Completes it in the middle. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Dances away from the heat. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
On second down, looking to throw. Makes his connection. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
They'll try to get it through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. With the catch, it's Rodriguez. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football, and they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the Toledo Rockets offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have lockdown corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking quarterbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I'm taking a calculated risk if I'm thrown towards one of these two dudes because you're just asking to get picked off.
To the air, it's Dell. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8.
At the 8-yard line. It's now 2nd and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run play action. Using the quick game. Good, solid tackle.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after that?
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Rockets offense is back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He's got his man.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw, it's Dell. Got him downfield. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
The Rockets will have it 1st and 10. The aerial assault continues. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. He's going to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. He makes a catch. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get pop.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Rockets!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Gets rid of it. They're working that left side. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Toledo. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the glass bowl.
And the returner will be dragged down. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Going to try to get it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Yeah, and I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He
lets one fly deep. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Toledo.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, dude. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. A lot of we ares inside that stadium today. Penn State is running away with things, and that offense looks unstoppable. They're up by 28 over Ball State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll give it to the back. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards.
And he breaks into the open. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle was finally made.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make
And he intercepts it. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Feeling some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Rockets will punt it away on fourth down. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out fast. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Now on second down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. To the ground. He's got it again. At the 20, he's got space. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff from the gun. And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2.
And that running back essentially just did everything right. Not only did he rip off a 9-yard run with the lead late in the game, but he stayed in bounds. He had the awareness that if I stay in bounds, the clock keeps running, and it increases our chances of winning this game.
And that was a nice second down run, and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss. The Rockets offense is back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. To the air. It's Dell. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Loss of 7 yards on the play. 3rd down coming up.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Wide out in motion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Didn't find much room on the return, but now they are in business and poised to strike from the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them. And they get the sack right out of the gate.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Grab behind the line. It's Jean-Pierre. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Right down the boulevard, it's good.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room. Be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term, going to take a shot at this DB. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the 4th quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Back to throw, it's Dell. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. He'll come out throwing on first down. On the run, still looking. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Rockets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. At that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here. But if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the fourth down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourself a shot to win.
They're going to throw it again. Wide open downfield. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now. This offense needs to get some points. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Dell. Unleashes one. A strike downfield. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed to rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And they're looking for a fourth quarter lead, and they'll need a touchdown to do it. 1st and goal. The snap sets up the throw. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, no big surprise here in the fourth quarter. The defense expecting pass, and that's why they've got extra DBs on the field. It's almost like a prevent look. Everybody back there staring at the QB.
And he holds it in the end zone for the touchdown. All tied up, and now the kicker can win it.
How about that? Coming up big. Less than 30 seconds in the ball game. You need a score, and this offense absolutely responds. Go kick that extra point, take a 7-point lead, and let your defense finish this one off.
I know it looks like a gimme kick, guys, but there's nothing that's a gimme when you're trying to break a tie. And he knocks through the pressure-filled extra point, and now see if they can hang on. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. He's looking to throw it. Makes the catch. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. It's complete. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. Well, how about this one? A fun one. These guys came in as underdogs, and they walk out as the winner.
They didn't care they were unranked. That's not what they were worried about. Oh, this team's ranked. They weren't looking at them any different. They were looking to come in and get the W and execute. Great job believing they could come, Jesse, and knock them off.
Yeah, you're right, David. This team came in with something to prove, and they knew they had a national audience that was going to be paying attention to this game. What a great job going out under the lights, big-time stage against a ranked opponent, and really putting their A game out there on the field.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.